Hi, this is Dani from A Life Outside podcast. During my trip last winter, I spent a few nights in Diamond Crater's outstanding natural area. It's in Central Oregon. It encompasses 23 square miles of volcanic eruption displays. There was more to it than I saw. I researched the area after the fact and learned that there was also accessible lava tubes, I never saw those, and a water-filled maw. I stopped there because I thought it would be a nice place to stay after visiting the nearby Malheur Wildlife Refuge. Camping is allowed, but there are no services, so you need to be prepared. My favorite part about the area was that it was really easy to just hike all over it, even though it was a little bit cold and windy, but to be fair, it was winter. My first night was rather pretty. I was settling into the quiet rhythms of being on the road alone. There is something really special about being on the road in nature in winter. It's the quietest season, the most challenging season for sure, but there's just a difference about it. That's not to say that it's my favorite time of the year to travel, but I do remind myself when I'm in the middle of a busy May or summer day surrounded by other campers that I have those quiet times in the winter and to cherish them. This is where I stopped yesterday. Turned around. I could get down it, but I don't know if I can get back up it, especially if it rained. And it tried to snow a little bit earlier. It's not really cold. It's really nice. It's beautiful, peaceful. I think I'm going to stay another night. It's taking me forever to get where I'm supposed to be going, wherever that is. I'd brought an aloe plant with me. I wouldn't have if I would have known just how cold it was going to be and how long I would have ended up staying in those cold spots. Somehow I just couldn't leave them. I'd been doing my best to stay just ahead of the snow and weather that had been creeping down much of the country, but it was cold and it was coming. I didn't have any cell service, so I couldn't look to see what the weather report was, but it was pretty apparent from the sky and the little bits of snow that winter was catching up to me. It was just a little dusting at first, so I figured I'd wait it out one more night. It was cold, but it was pretty too, and I wouldn't have minded waking up in snow. Which I did. The roads had a little bit on them. A little icy, but not that big of a deal. It was prettier more than anything. It's fucking freezing, but it's pretty up here. The cold and snow won again, of course, so I continued my slow drive south. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, or maybe outside.